Hi, this is Rick here. Josh, if you can see me streaming, let me know. Check Telegram. No, I started the wrong stream. Sorry, this is a practice run. No, that is the right stream. 4 steps to setting up a Cardano self-test node. I just don't see it streaming yet. And give Josh a holler real quick here. If anyone can see it streaming, let me know in the chat. I don't see it going out on YouTube yet. Let's see what's going on. Ah, there it goes. Okay, yeah, I see it's going out. So this YouTube video, I'm going to show you 4 easy steps to set up a Cardano self-test node. I set up some simple steps here. Oh, I see you there in Telegram, Josh. Yep, all good. Thanks, Josh. Okay. Later on, I'll edit out the front part of this video where I'm getting set up so that you don't have to waste your time. I just had to practice. You got to practice. The only way to learn how to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs and make some omelets, and some of them don't come out so good. So I figured I would make I wanted to practice live streaming while we're still early on in the test net. And maybe later on, as bigger and bigger milestones come out, we'll be a little more practiced and practice screen sharing. We did one recently on a podcast, and I just wanted to try doing it, sharing my screen, get the feel for how this works, and also have a purpose for doing it, and that is showing you how to set up the test net. So let me check chat again before I switch over to that. All right. Looks good. Now I got to switch over to my desktop. It's going to look funny for a minute. And I can switch to my desktop. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So let me get rid of that crazy infinite thing. Okay, so where am I going to start here? Here's where I need to start. I made a little cheat guide that I put down in the comments down below. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. Install Nix, install the Nix utilities. I think you have to install them. I did it and it worked. I don't know if it won't do it if you don't, if it'll work if you don't do it. Enable the IOHK binary cache. And there's a procedure for that. Then installing and starting Jormungandr. And I'm pretty sure it installs the jcli also whenever you perform this command. Okay, so I deleted Nix. Let me go start by running Nix. Now, I've got 2 terminal windows open here. And I'm going to go to my first command line here to install Nix. I'm going to copy it. This is what I pasted down below. I'm doing this for Mac. It should work pretty much the same for Linux. I'm going to show you the pages. You would go to nixos.org. This is the command I pasted down below. And then get Nix. When you select get Nix, it gives you the command to install it. So I'm going to copy that command and throw it in terminal. Now this is going to take a little bit of time because I don't have the fastest internet right now. I'm at a hotel. Well, it's going pretty quick. I'm not at my home high-speed internet, so it's going to install Nix now. This will take some time. This video will take some time. So if you don't have a lot of time right now, feel free to come back to it. I'm going to do some minor edits, leave it up there online. So here's the Nix install. Again, quick review, 4 major steps. I'm going to go over here. First, we're going to install Nix, then utilities, then enable the IOHK binary cache, install and start Jormungandr. And I have these different tabs here that I'm going to use as I go through this. The first tab we're going to go to once Nix is done installing is the IOHK Jormungandr tag Nix link here on the that I'm showing you on the web browser. So let me come back over here, see how my download's going. Download speed's kind of slow. I'm running YouTube and I'm running a download at the same time. Now I know they're going different directions, but yeah, this is 20 meg and I'm on 6 meg right now. So this is going to take a few more minutes. I ran a few benchmark checks on Jormungandr earlier, and I saw that it only takes 5.6 megabytes. And so about that name, Jormungandr. All right, that's pretty cool. You know, some people name their software things like Kit Kat and Ice Cream Sandwich and stuff like that, but no, not IOHK, Jormungandr. You know, it sounds like they're about to slaughter a goat. I mean, that's a pretty cool name. I really like it. I'm not making fun of it. But one thing's for sure, when I'm like navigating directories, I never get the directory Jormungandr confused with anything else, ever. Hey, Steve just chimed in. Look at that. Hey, Steve, how's it going, buddy? All right. Good to see you guys over there. I'm assuming that shows up on my screen. Still downloading. Hi, Steve. Showing up on YouTube. I'm going to have to do these edits a little bit later. Check back on that. Maybe I shouldn't use too much bandwidth because this is taking a while. It's only 20 meg. Come on, guys. We'll get there eventually. See, my bandwidth up here is running pretty slow. A couple more downloads while it installs. Yeah, I definitely need to make these videos from home with a much higher speed internet connection, that's for sure. Look at that. The closer it gets to 20 meg, the slower it gets. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, it's almost like watching my block folio. No, I shouldn't say that because then it'll go backwards. Okay. Well, maybe a few more files to install or download. Okay, now it's creating the Nix directory. We'll take a look at that. Okay. Now I need to make note that I need to either log out and log back in or run this command line to make sure that the environment is set. So I'm going to run that command line. But you have to do that. Log in, log out, log back in so that it sets up your bash profile correctly. Now I created a directory, Nix. Okay, there's my Nix directory. Now I need to run another command. Go back to my home directory. Go to my second command that I listed on the comments down below. And that command was using Nix to install the utilities. That is shown on the IOHK page, one of these pages. I have it on here. Anyway, we go over to the terminal and install that. Instructions are down below. It's all on the all well documented on IOHK GitHub. So I'm using Nix to install the Nix utilities from the IOHK GitHub. That's why I made my little cheat sheet first, because I won't remember where everything's at. It's kind of late. I'm in Japan. It's 9:45 at night. I'm an early bird. I usually wake up at 4 in the morning. But I needed something to do. So, hey, you know what? It's either watch TV or build a Jormungandr node. What would you do? Boy, it's like my computer's running extra slow. I should have known. Watched pot never boils. Ran really fast when I wasn't streaming YouTube. There we go, running nice and slow. Come on, run slower, please. Wow, that took a while. I didn't think it would run that much slower streaming while installing. Okay. All right, so the fourth step is to install and start Jormungandr. Now, this entire command is what installs it. The Nix shell is one command. So there are other commands on the IOHK website on installing Jormungandr. Here's the base command to do a base installation, and this command that I have here, I got from Malik over on the Cardano stake pool, where all the stake pool best practice website, where the Wizards of Dark Magic hang out over there, and learn all kind of cool stuff from those guys. Let me see if I have too much selected here. I had to make my screen big so you could see it. And now I'm probably going to select too much. There we go. Copy that. Okay. Oh, That was my third one. I mean, fourth one. Yeah, I needed to do number 3. My bad. I screwed that up. I need to enable the IOHK binary cache first before I do command number 4. Sorry, Slate, getting tired. So to do that, I have that link that takes you to here to enable the IOHK's binary cache. This isn't on the Jormungandr link. This is on the IOHK Cardano blah, 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 blah. So link down below. You can either write the file called etc nix.cnf, or you can copy and paste this script and it will create that script for you. Okay, I'm going to do copy and paste it in there. Oops, I think I did something wrong. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that didn't work right. There we go. Okay. There, I pasted it better. That was a copy and paste error. So running that command created a script called etc nix.conf, and I'm going to cat that. So there's the file. It made it for you automatically. So go back home. So now I perform the very last step. That sets up the IOHK binaries. That's what it does for you. So back to my setup script. We're on step 4 now. Copy that. Paste it in. Hit enter. And now it is installing Jormungandr. And I believe jcli, I forgot. I followed the procedures the other night. And I got to double check. Let me see if anybody in there knows. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, Steve asked me here, can you imagine doing the Jormungandr install without binaries on this connection you have? Hell yeah, man. It would take a while. It would take a long time. It would take quite some time. Setting up that binary cache certainly helped. Let me ask here. Did installing Jormungandr? Yeah, there's no quickly typing that word. Install the jcli. Ah, and Sam already answered. Thank you, Sam. You are awesome, man. Sam is the IOHK guy. All right, he said, yes, it has jcli. Okay, he heard me. You were watching. I can't believe he was actually watching. There's 4 people watching right now. Okay, so it's still unpacking, and it's taking a while because it's downloading and installing at the same time. And I'm on a slow internet connection. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to let this sucker run. So what will happen when this completes? Jormungandr will start. It'll just launch and hopefully start making blocks. It has almost every time for me now, unless I made a mistake. Let that continue. What happens? Okay, Google Hangout is sharing my screen. What happens if I hit stop sharing? It goes back to video. Yeah, it goes back to video. And I can share it again. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out. Goes into an infinite thingy. All right, that's cool. Yeah, this is going to take a while. I think I'm going to change the title of this video to test or something like that, or parentheses test. before I cut it up. I'm going to have to cut it up tomorrow and take all these long weights out of it. So if I try to do this live, I'm going to have to do it with a high-speed connection, because all this stuff went much quicker when I was not streaming. It would have launched by now easily. It only took about 5 minutes. Oh, shoot. I just realized people were making comments and I can't see them. I pulled it up on my tablet. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. I just now saw the comments in the YouTube section. Okay, so this is unpacking. Let me stop sharing for a second, get the feel for doing that. Camera comes back on. Yeah, when I was sharing my screen, I'm not looking at the comments section because I get this infinite weird looking thing. Now, where are the chat comments? I can't see it here, so I got to look at it on my tablet. And there's lag, so it kind of drives me crazy. All right. Is today the first day Shelly came out? That was from Anthony Lloyd. He asks, is today the first day Shelly came out? No, it came out I can't remember, 4 days ago? 4 days ago about. Josh said it's a good idea. I thought so too, but it's a good idea to test and practice because, yeah, I'm not really good at this. So the live demo bandwidth problem. Yeah, Sam Leathers has probably done that before. When you do a live demo, that's when things go wrong. It'll work perfect over and over again. You do a live demo, that's when things go wrong. Open a new terminal will suffice. You don't need to log out, log back in. Okay, Sam said I did not need to log out, log back in. I just needed to open a new terminal. Sam also said, I really don't think the command is needed. I'll go back and figure out which command that was. And good luck with the rest of the vid. I got to bounce. That was from Steve Aldrich. Roger that, Steve. I understand it's early morning. Most people in the U.S. are getting to work. Most people in Europe are at work. Most people in Japan are not watching this YouTube channel. All right. And Adam N said, Pickle Rick. I like that, Pickle Rick. I don't want to repeat my old nicknames I used to have. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go back to screen sharing. It's installing. We're making progress. I'll go back to the terminal. Find my stuff here. Okay, screen share. There we go. I'm not sure how much longer this will take because my bandwidth is slower, but when it gets down near the end, it runs a little quicker. So maybe just a few minutes left. Shoot, it only took less than a minute the last time I did it. Oh, shoot. What is that? All right, a few comments came in. See Crypto Knight, how you doing? I can't see the comments. I'm check it on my tablet. Senior Crypto says, hi, Rick and Samuel. Thanks for doing this. Can't stay, but we'll get back to watch it afternoon. Be sure to keep chat available. Lots of good info in here. And Anthony Lloyd says, thank you for doing this. Is this where we stake? Eventually, Anthony, yes. I'm estimating, I'd say 75% chance possibly by the end of November, and we're in the upper 90% chance by December of 2019. That's just my estimate based on what I've observed. Josh Monday says, so what's your plans for this video after you finish, Rick? Are you going to leave the live copy up? Yes, Josh, I'll leave the live copy up. And I'll edit it tomorrow or on the weekend. I'm flying back to the East Coast on the weekend, but I should be able to get it edited tomorrow to make it shorter, because we're basically watching paint dry with this scrolling really, really slow. It just flew past, and I thought, oh, this will run quick because YouTube is an upload of, I think, UDP. I think it streams up with UDP. Jormungandr would be a download. Yes, I have plenty of bandwidth. Obviously, I don't. It's always a two-way handshake. So I guess I got my little bandwidth overloaded here. It was running at 8 megs per second, but now it's going a lot slower. On my little bandwidth thing up here, my little software firewall thing. Josh says, sounds good. Okay. You guys can see the comments. I can, so I'm just reading them off. Michael Coate asks, Nito, what's the minimum hardware requirement? We don't know. It's not much. I pulled up memory consumption on Jormungandr earlier, and it was 5.6 megabytes of memory. That's nothing. You could run that on a smartwatch. So 5.6 meg of memory and 0.5% CPU consumption. And that is on a 16 gig computer. Anyway, very small memory consumption on RAM, 0.5% of CPU on a modern i7 quad core. So I don't know what the hardware requirement is, but it's definitely not much at this point. Demand will probably get higher as time goes on. The protocol becomes more complex, but it's pretty minimal at this point. Marcus Guffler has it running on a Rock Pi. I think it's 4 gig of RAM, and it has a A72 ARM processor, which is not quite as powerful as an i7. Anthony Lloyd asks, does each device equate to proportional nodes? I'm not sure what the question is there, but on one device, when you set this up, the command line I ran basically runs 2 nodes within the same environment. But if the proportional nodes means, let's say 1,000 nodes, and you have one device, that'd be 1 node. But if you run 2 instances on one device, you'd have 2 nodes on one device. I'm not sure how that's going to work out long term. Wow, my internet's way down. Let's see where I'm downloading from. All over the place. Oh, Josh Monday asked, "What's that app called? Looks awesome." That's called Little Snitch. It's on a Mac. There might be something. It's like a software firewall. The network monitor shows you where data is coming from and going to. So if I had like a node running, let's say, oh, I don't have it in full node right now, but let's say I had Emerald Wallet running in full node, you would see all these lines going all over the place because of the what it's communicating with. But this shows you, what your different apps are communicating with, where they're located, where they're communicating to. You got the ports. This is signature valid, all that kind of stuff over here. I mean, some of them are signed, but they're not signed by a central authority, so they show up like that over there on the right. But the key is this is like a software firewall. And see, here's where it says the signature is valid. It shows you where things are connected. Boy, this is taking quite some time. It's a lot of files, but much longer than I thought. I just went and made a pot of decaf coffee. I don't know how long this is going to be. Sorry about that. But this is why we do tests. Well, it's been a while. It's not stuck. I'm going to let it finish. It's just downloading really slow. Yeah, that shouldn't have slowed down my internet too much because this is the download, this is the upload. But it did in fact slow it down. Still installing this line product. Oh, Samuel just said over chat, Clang is huge. Okay. Oh, 399 megabytes. Oh my gosh. This thing's going to be forever. My speed up here is like in kilobits per second. When I started, it was in megabits per second, but now it's down to kilobits. I don't know. Maybe the hotel's got some kind of auto throttle on their Wi-Fi or something. I've seen this bounce up to 5 meg, hang out a couple of meg, but no, it's going to be a while. Yeah, using this method, there's no status indicator to see how much is downloaded or how much longer. I might be able to check it on here. Wow, this has been going on for a while. 40 minutes. Holy crap. Oh, the video started right about here, so half an hour. Yeah, I don't know how to measure how big, how much is left. Oh, there we go. So 269, this file's 400 meg that it's on. It's going to be quite a while before this one's done. Let me see if I can boost it. Let me see, 400 gig. See if I can speed up my internet. Well, I either sped it up or I broke it. One of the two. Shit. Nope, I broke my internet connection. Dadgummit. Yeah, that's 400 megabyte file. At the speed I'm running in the kilobits, it was going to take a long time. Let me see if I'm going to run it again here real quick. See what kind of speed this goes up to. Nope, I'm still down in the kilobits per second range. My Wi-Fi must have been throttled. So it's downloading again. It's installing again. But it's going to be a very long time. So I'm going to kill this video feed. Thank you all for playing along, watching, and helping me get this tested. Samuel's left me a message. If you want to hit Control-C and run the command instead. I'm not sure what to do, Sam. It's kind of late. I got to get to bed, and this sucker is going to take a long time with this connection. So I'm just going to kill it. Control-C. Okay. Thanks, guys. Those of you that are there, I appreciate it. I'm going to try this again. Sunday, when I'm back on the East Coast, I got high-speed internet. Take care, y'all. Whoops, let me stop sharing. Stop sharing. And it goes to there. There we are. All right, thanks, guys. Bye-bye.